Not sure if this one will stay on the short grass. What does she have in front of her here, Henny?
Yeah, pace this off. She's looking around 185.
And here we are with the third shot. She's played that one nicely. This putt is of 9 feet.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Well, that's a nice way to start, writing a little red number down on the scorecard at the first.
I can't ever recall him making a birdie and feeling bad about it. So, yes, birdie on the first. Great job.
We know that Riviera starts with a 5-4, but it may as well be a 4-5 because the par 4 second is tougher than the par 5 first.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
They've decided to club up.
Outstanding approach shot.
That would be back-to-back birdies for this player.
Let's go to Jon Rahm.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Let's return to live play now. This putt coming up is for birdie. The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
Pacific Palisades in California, the site of Riviera, the third hole, par 4. Elevated tee shot.
And a fairly generous fairway, a little bit more room out to the left than what players can see off the tee shot. Second shot is going to be downhill to a green that basically chases away from the player, going from the front portion of it all the way to the back. Difficult to get your second shot close here.
And inside the red zone, around 110 yards to go. Choosing the 9-iron here. That could play. But not a bad approach, that one, up onto the green. A couple of putts from there, and that'll be a pretty good hole. An opportunity for a birdie here. Oh, that's a ripper. Currently at -3 for the round. So many wonderful holes at the George Thomas designed Riviera Country Club. This par 3 fourth has to be one of them.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
Well, that's well played, and a great birdie opportunity coming up here at the 4th. Well, they've found the bunker, but a chance to maybe save from there. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. This putt for a spot in the top 5. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the 5th here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
Oh, well done. Nothing like a bit of momentum here, Rich. This one's going for another birdie.
Always a good way to start. Let's see where they go from here.
Going with the pitching wedge here. And tidy looking shot, that one.
Jon Rahm watched that one all the way. Great approach shot. This player is definitely upping the pressure in this rivalry.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down. And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And that will take her to 5 under. And as the scorecard suggests, heading up the leaderboard. The 6th hole here at Riviera is very unique, isn't it, Rich?
Who puts a bunker in the center of the green? No one else except for the folks at Riviera Country Club. I love this hole.
Going with the hybrid. This one's going right at the pin here. That's a super shot. That's another green in regulation.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
This one's tracking. Yeah, they're good momentum makers, those ones. Good putt for birdie. And with that, she'll move to 6 under par. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's feeling good, just birdied the last hole.
So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Let's head to the par 4 7th at the Riv. Again, it's a par 4 that requires placement of the tee.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it. But again, you push it a little bit, and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
Oh, Henny, that looks like a putrid lie. Is it bad?
She'll probably be better off if she just throws this out. I mean, this is really just not nice at all.
No green in reg, but a chance to save their par. Didn't that look good for a long time? Well, a lovely opportunity to save par here.
Looking good.
And that's a good make in the end. Certainly helped them fight back from a difficult position.
In the bunker with their tee shot, and that is a very good save.
Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort. That's a good-looking shot there. Sitting at 6 under in a share of second spot. Going with the 8-iron here. Oh, that's beautifully judged.
And they've been rolling the ball great today. Another great look.
Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. Looks good off the blade. And there it is. And with that, she'll move to 7 under par. Incredible. She's in a share of second place. The final hole on the outward half is a par 4 playing back up towards the clubhouse, Rich. It's a good par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
Going with the 7. She's found the green on this approach.
And this one for back-to-back birdies.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
Trying to get to 8 under par with this putt.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
Ooh, right by the hole. 4 feet to the cup.
These are on rails, looking good.
As we look at the leaderboard, this player sits in second place, behind Colin Morikawa. One of the most often discussed holes in all of golf is the par 4 10th here at Riviera Ridge. There's so much strategy.
It's either driver or 3-wood for every player in this field, but you better be good with distance because this green is very narrow. Nothing as beautiful as a tiny fade.
Well, it was a bold strategy, but it looks like it's going to pay off. Second shot here at the 10th. Well, this is one of those lies that dictates a shot. It doesn't seem like it's a tough one. Lovely touch. Well played.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
Getting ready to play their third. Just one stroke back in this tournament. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Always nice when you can just go ahead and tap one in for birdie. Well, what a performance. 8 birdies on the card. And that will take her to 8 under. She's currently in second position. When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par 4s, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevent you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
And here we are with the third shot. Just one shot back now. Oh, I thought that one was going in. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
This putt to try and save their par.
Hey, that's a chance. Solid par putt, that. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Let's take a look at the current standings. And as we update the scoreboard, this player is in second, behind Collin Morikawa. Rich, the 13th hole. Slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left, requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the Barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
Not a bad approach, that one. Not quite inside the birdie range, but you never know. Hole a long one. Still counts. And this putt to move into a share of first place. Just didn't drop. She's got a par putt here. Let's see if she can make it. Well holed. Let's move on. And it's Collin Morikawa on top of things. The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Luke, it's a very simple hole in my mind, but for the mere mortals who are playing this game, it can be difficult because this green is not deep, but it's certainly wide, and it does tilt from right to left at a pretty good clip. Historically, it's not the easiest par 3 on this golf course, but for me, I think different.
And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard. That was a gallant attempt. That's disappointing. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole.
Looking good so far.
Let's go to Jon Rahm.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Trailing by a stroke after that hole. This 15th hole, a very strong par 4, Rich. Challenging, to say the least.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
Well, this one's right at the pin. That's a great shot here at the 15th and sets up a look for birdie. This one started out on a good line. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
Birdied their last hole.
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. And after that hole, this player is currently tied at the top of the leaderboard alongside the ever-present Colin Morikawa. The 16th at Riviera Ridge is the last chance to get amongst the birdies on a par 3.
A breathtaking short par 3, 166, an island green surrounded by bunkers.
Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Setting up this putt 16 feet from the cup. This for a birdie run.
Ouch, that hurts. Putting for par. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. Now at -9 for the day. As we head back up the hill towards the clubhouse, we're faced with the par 5 70, the long, strong par 5.
At all costs, do not hit it in that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. Anywhere to the left, even in the rough left, is just fine. From there, your next shot should be laid up out to the right-hand side. Third shot, straight back up the hill with some kind of wedge. It can be an easy birdie if you get the distance on your third shot spot on. If you get it wrong, however, you could have some issues.
Nicely done.
Getting ready to play their third. Currently tied for the lead. Beauty, an eagle.
That looked good the entire way, Luke. That shot was dialed in. What a shot. Let's go ahead and put the old stink eye on another one.
Perfect distance, perfectly judged, and look at that, straight in the hole.
Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Okay, let's get back to the action. Now leading by 1 shot. And we head to the famous finishing hole at Riviera, the 18th, Rich. Really good par 4.
That it is. Fairway tilts significantly from left to right. There's a palm tree up top near the green. That is the line of sight off this tee shot. You find the fairway, second shot is going to be back up the hill to a green that, funny enough, runs away from you. It doesn't tilt back toward you, it runs away from you. So your second shot has got to come in high and soft with plenty of spin if you want to get it close.
Well, that's right out of the top draw. A great shot from our leader.
I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens and regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
Looking good. Well, this is a week that's going to sit in the memory bank for life. A champion at the Riv. You've just won the Genesis Invitational.
Winning on such an iconic golf course will not be lost on this player. What a performance.
Well, Rich, we saw from the get-go that this player was right on song this week, just a class above.
Luke, that was the